Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Tim here with the TMA Connection, your local podcast that's focusing on people that are making a difference in the lives of others. And today we got my two closest friends, I think. My two closest friends got the boys here on the podcast from our team, Mr. Daniel Weber and Mr. Adam Thatcher. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
See, now we're this is going to go even more viral because you guys are more popular than I am.
I don't think that's possible.
I do think it's possible. Yeah, man. So wanted to bring you guys on the show today just to kind of get you guys out there, introduce you. We're coming up on the spring season. People are going to be looking to buy. People are going to be looking to sell. People are going to look for real estate advice, and I want them to know you guys a little bit better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I don't know who wants to start here, but give everybody a little bit of a 30-second background about who you are. Age before beauty. Adam, go ahead.
All right, yeah. So
Handsome Dan.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll save him for last.
Yeah.
I guess for those who don't know me, my name is Adam Thatcher. Hartford County boy, born and raised Bel Air. Went to C. Milton, went to college, got the 4-year degree, criminal justice. Dipped a lot of trades. I was a carpenter out of college, carpenter's apprentice. Did a little painting, and then, my first career was Maryland State Police. So I was a trooper there and got into real estate after that. I'm married, 2 kids, kind of living that life now. Don't do much besides work and hang out with the kids. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
That was fantastic. Good job, man.
Yeah.
All right.
For me, my name's Daniel Weber. Former student of Tim's. Been with the team since 2020, I think. So
Yeah.
a little over 4 years. Enjoyed every second of it. Been helping Tim out, helping my own clients, and it's been a blessing. So
That's awesome. See? And that's it for today's show. No, I'm just kidding. So last year we had a really good year. Our team sold 51 homes, which equaled out to just over 18 million in sales, which is awesome. A really good year, better than the year before, which is always a good thing. But what were some of the highlights for you guys as we look back from last year? What was really exciting for you? And let's start with Dan this time.
all right, go ahead.
There you go. Throw it to Dan.
for me, it was, in terms of like the business, just the feeling of satisfaction you get when buyer gets under contract and they get that excited feeling, and then they finally get to the closing table and they realize, hey, like I just bought a house. They get the keys and they're like, that's theirs. So that feeling for me, seeing people, especially first time home buyers, achieve their dreams of becoming a homeowner, that's always a good feeling for me. And then just in terms of, I guess, life, I don't know. I guess coaching has been a really good thing for me. We had a successful season again. So
you're an assistant football coach.
At Patterson Mill.
Yep.
So that was fun. We had a great season again. So that's always an exciting time. The fall football rolls around.
Yeah.
Just those things. Business working with you guys has been a blessing. So that's another highlight for me. It's always good to work with people that you enjoy their company and you call friends. So
Yeah.
I consider you guys friends. So that's been a blessing for me, and
I'm touched.
definitely one of my highlights. So
Yeah. Oh, thank you. And
no problem.
here's a question I want to ask you. Being a former Bobcat, having the Huskies as our rivalry, how was that any kind of change for you going to coach from the school that you played for to the rival?
We only played them 1 year, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it wasn't too much. Football is football, so.
Okay.
No.
Okay. And what do you
No weird feeling or
and
anything.
what position coach were you this past year?
Offense,
It's just off.
Yeah.
Okay.
running backs, quarterbacks.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys made an appearance at the Ravens game, didn't you?
Yeah, week 1.
Oh, yeah. Talk about that a little bit.
It was just some of the kids did the relay challenge for I think it was opening night. So.
Yeah, I was at that game, and I saw Pattersonville represent. So I was like, Dan's out there on the field.
I wasn't there. I was at the game, but I wasn't on the field.
Did you get an opportunity to talk to Lamar?
You got a selfie with him?
I mean, because Dan was a quarterback in high school, so I'm sure like maybe you were able to help Lamar a little bit with.
Gave a few tips.
I didn't get. Some of the kids got to talk to the players, but not. I think former players, but no, I was in the stands. They were all down the field. So.
Oh, okay.
But
gotcha.
And we won, so
that was a pretty cool opportunity.
Yeah,
and now the Ravens are in the playoffs, and it's all because Dan was at the first game.
All because Derrick Henry, honestly.
Right.
He's having a great year.
He's having a great year. So how about you, Adam?
Yeah. So
highlights from last year.
Highlights. I mean, I'd say on a personal level, biggest highlight for me was our daughter being born.
Yeah.
She was born in June, so June 14th. She just turned 7 months yesterday.
Wow. Is she doing math yet or anything like that? Or?
Not quite.
Not quite. Okay.
She's good at sitting up and rolling and all that stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
But
I guess in the next few months you're going to probably see the walking and the vocabulary starting up and stuff like that.
Yeah, every kid's so different. My first son walked kind of late, like 14 or 15 months, and then you can't help but compare. When they grow up, to cousins, nephews, other kids. So, but you can't do any of that. You just kind of have let them grow at their own pace and stuff like that. But no, it's incredible having kids. It's the hardest thing you'll do, but it's also the best.
Right.
Like holding her, like looking her look up at me and smile. It's like the best feeling ever.
Yeah, I think there's nothing better, and I forever ingrained this into my head, is when your kids were that small, little, and they're just laying on your chest.
Oh yeah.
And you just kind of just chilling there. And then they grow up and they start talking back, and
well, because I have a 3-year-old, so it's tough there. But you have grown kids, so I can't imagine like coming full cycle with your kids.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. But so that's amazing. But on a professional, no business note, I think we had a couple really cool sales. But on a purchase end, we represented a buyer in Finksburg, really really cool part of Carroll County, and really old house. It was built in 1800. So. Interesting listing. It had a contract. Previous fell through, and the seller was just motivated to sell it, to a good buyer. And we were able to come in there and negotiate, a huge credit, a huge benefit to the buyer. So a brand new septic system. In addition to that, we got $20,000 in credits. So not only did they get, eclectic home that they were looking for, perfect home for them, but they also got a really good deal too. So it was an amazing sale. Really, really, really cool experience there.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I remember that one specifically, and you did have to go like really above and beyond on that one. You put in some extra time,
some extra time on that,
as we do with some other deals too.
But it's worth it.
It is worth it.
You never see a house like that, like built over 200 years ago.
Yeah,
so, insane. You learn a lot too.
Yeah, going back to what Dan was saying too, is just the that intrinsic feeling of accomplishment and helping somebody get through a stage of buying a house, whether it's a first-time home buyer or whether it's somebody that's bought multiple homes and they're buying that really cool listing. It's very rewarding,
Absolutely.
So, for me, my wife and I got to go on a vacation last year for the first time without kids. It was just the two of us. That was awesome. We've never been on a vacation without children except for one before we actually had kids. So that was cool. Unfortunately, our dog was getting sick the whole time that we were gone, so we were constantly in communication back home with him, going back and forth to the vet. But all in all, it was an amazing experience. And then again, I think professionally, everything that we're doing with the team, with growing towards the end, picking up Drew and getting more video content out there and really pushing that out, just trying to provide value, I think for me has been a blessing. And of course, any time that we're together is a good time. So I really do value our friendship, as Dan so eloquently put earlier in his question. So let's start with Adam then. All right, going back and forth here. Your greatest challenge.
Greatest challenge.
Greatest challenge in 2024.
Boy, for business sake or either one.
Either one.
I'll start with business here. So it's the Canton listing we had there. On Southport. So I've done some work in the city prior. But boy, the market shifted halfway through the year. and the buyer demand in the city just completely fell out the door, and I think agents everywhere were kind of trying to knock their heads together, figure out what's going on, but you learn a lot from those tough deals.
Yeah.
When they sit a little bit longer, you have to kind of think, it's like, okay, what's going on here, and it really came down to the city taxes in Baltimore. You have to really factor those in, because it's a tough ask for having someone in that first-time homebuyer range to pay that much for a monthly mortgage. So when you couple those city taxes with higher interest rates on the principal anyway, it's going to be a tough ask to have someone buy that. So it was a tough listing. It sat for a while, and unfortunately, I actually just canceled it. We're going to have to see what we can do. Maybe put it back on in the spring. But that was on for a while. That was a tough listing for me.
Yeah. There's a lot to be learned.
Yeah.
Certainly from those moments. I mean, certainly you can learn from wins, but you learn even more with losses as well. So
absolutely.
What about you, D-Man?
For me, I would say, in terms of business, it's just managing your time and the period of time when you don't have anything going on, figuring out what you should be doing, really trying to promote yourself, market yourself, and also provide value for people. But when you don't have anything going on, you really have to stay diligent and continue promoting yourself, continue doing the things that got you the business in the first place. So managing that was a tough challenge for me. I think it always will be, but you do your best. And then in my personal life, seeing your friends move on and move away or get do their own thing, have a family, or you just kind of grow apart from them, and
it's a tough time.
As you get older, I mean, you're used to seeing all your friends all the time. You go to school with them and you see them every day, and then slowly, as time goes by, you don't see them all the time. So it's definitely a struggle when you don't get to see people that you used to see all the time anymore. So
I feel that, man. I think if it wasn't for Facebook, I probably wouldn't know what was going on in any of my people from high school, what's going on in their lives. So you still have that connection through social media, but rarely do I see people from high school anymore. And even my closest friend, I might see him maybe once a year if we're lucky. So it's trying to take time to really reconnect with those relationships or keep that connection going. Now since then, my friend has moved up to Harford County, which makes it a lot easier. But he also didn't use me as his real estate agent. So if he's listening to this, you punk. Not just kidding.
It's tough though.
I throw that in a dig, right?
Yeah, right.
But in all seriousness, though, I mean, there are so many real estate agents in this industry, and gosh, all the time you see somebody that and they're taking a picture with a sold sign, and there's another real estate agent.
That stings a little bit, doesn't it?
But if you just got to keep showing up and not take that stuff personally either, because there are other relationships that you just don't know about, and that's okay.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm still good friends. I didn't banish him to
the
island of misfit friends, So, wow, greatest challenge for me, for me it's the battle in my mind. It's just that worry of where sometimes the peaks are high and sometimes the peaks are low, and it's trying to find that consistency in this business. It's challenging. It plays on you, and I think working out does certainly help. Doing small daily habits every day tend to compound on each other to a point where it does create the business. The business does come when you are doing the small things every day. So it's being consistency is king. The success isn't guaranteed, but if you're not consistent, the success is guaranteed failure. So so that's for me. So we took the opportunity to put some goals together from looking back at 2024 and 2025, and we're not going to cover all of them, but we basically looking at the goals that we've set for ourselves. We did several categories. We did personal development, health and fitness, relationships, career and business, financial, spiritual, the social impact that we want to have, lifestyle and adventure, time management and legacy. Dan, we're throwing it to you, brother. What's one of the areas that you set a goal for, what that goal was and what that meant to you?
Probably my biggest one this year, I think you put under social impact. I really want to create some type of fundraiser, like foundation or event, to donate to cancer research or some type of cancer support. My dad passed away 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago.
Wow.
And he was good at hosting events and like putting things together and organizing events. And I think it would really be an honor to him to host some type of event or fundraiser that would support his cause. And I think that's probably my biggest goal for this year, is to organize that, get that underway, and create a year-over-year thing that we can look forward to and enjoy, because I think that would really honor him.
Yeah, your dad was a football coach and PE teacher at Sparrows Point, right?
He was at Dundalk, Sparrows Point, Owings Mills, and there was one other school where he started, but I can't remember.
And way back in the day, back when you were still just running around, Eric and I coached together.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Was it track?
At track and field at Bel Air.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
He was the throwers coach, and I worked with sprinters, and he was a hell of a guy. Yeah.
So
sprinters, huh? No, I'm just joking.
Wow, really? You should see the speed.
Maybe 15 years ago. Right?
When the Chipotle opens at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., you should see that speed.
I would say.
What cause? Was there a specific cause that your dad supported, or is the cause that you want to support revolving around cancer?
Yeah, I think I want to do it around cancer, but I want to find like something local I can donate to, where I can see, like, I don't want to just donate my money or the money or whatever it is, if it's an event or whatever. I don't want to just donate to some huge foundation that you don't know where the money's going. I want to make sure it actually has an impact on people, because he had a big impact on a lot of students' lives and my life. And
you should look into the Chesapeake Cancer Alliance and Cancer LifeNet, and I hope I said that right. I don't know if you remember a math teacher at Bel Air. Her name was Miss Gazach, or Miss Hayden. Both of them are involved with Chesapeake Cancer Alliance, and it's out of Upper Chesapeake, but their mantra or their main focus is supporting people here locally in Harford County.
Yeah, that's something I would like to do.
So yeah, I'd encourage you
local people
to reach out to them. And then what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say some other big ones I have for personal development and like my health and fitness. I want to make sure I'm working out, staying healthy. I'd like to change my diet a little bit. I feel like I'm getting older now, so I need to kind of watch what I eat.
Your metabolism starts to slow down.
Yeah.
Man. Young buck.
So I need to just keep an eye on that. And then I guess my last goal would be kind of set myself up to have a family and build the foundation for that. So
yeah,
I'm getting older. So
did you hear that, Ashley? He said family.
He did. He
said the F word.
So yeah, I would say those are probably my biggest goals for the year.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, just doing little things
doing the small daily habits
to make sure I achieve that.
Yeah.
So
how about you?
Good stuff.
Amen. I call him D-Man. Amen.
Amen. Yeah. I mean, personally, I think one of my biggest things this year is we got to get like organized, get our life organized, get our schedules and stuff, our routines down pat, because that was a huge stressor on us.
Is that a professional or a personal?
I mean, it kind of ties into both. I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
Like on a personal note with the family life.
Yeah.
I think that's huge. Just just trying to get to comfortability, I guess, with the young kids. And I mean, it starts with sleep, so if you're not sleeping, you're not doing anything right.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
And I mean, it's no secret that little kids don't sleep very well, but yeah, my daughter's still waking up a couple times during the night. So we got to just get to bed earlier, put the phones down, get to bed, so that way when she does wake up, we're not like killing our sleep.
Yeah.
But just getting up, getting the kids ready, get out the door earlier, get to the gym, do all that stuff. so that each day doesn't kind of creep up and you're losing the day before you even realize it.
Yeah.
So trying to get real consistent with a routine is going to be a big goal of mine. And then, I mean, tying into the professional side, the business side, like I think we'll benefit from all those little things we do throughout the day, whether it's meal prepping or just waking up earlier, just doing stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's going to allot more time to grow the business and prospect. And one of my number goals is to hit a little over 5 million. 5 to 7 is one of my next goals for this year. And then it becomes, how are you going to do that? You know, are you going to prospect more? Are you going to advertise? Whatever. But
Right.
I think just being top of mind, you know, for people in your life are buying and selling houses. They are. It happens. Mm-hmm. So the answer is, you know, how are they going to think of you? How are you going to be the first realtor that comes to their mind?
Right.
Know? So
Right.
yeah, really going to try to hit that this year and just stay in touch with folks and try to expand the reach and see what happens.
Yeah. That's awesome. I don't know what I want to share here. I mean, ultimately, one of my biggest goals is to help you guys grow your businesses too, which you have been. Both of you had your best years last year, which is awesome, and really trying to promote a positive message through the podcast, through social media, client events, and you know, now that Dan, you know, you were talking about your dad, is that maybe we can couple events that we do for our clients along with a charity that is more focused on your dad. You know, I think that would bring a lot more meaning to what we're doing. I think that would be huge. Yeah. You know, so certainly want to do that. You know, really for me, it's the daily battle within my mind. I feel like depression is more promoted when you're thinking of the past. Yeah. And anxiety is more promoted when you're thinking of the future. And a lot of times I think I just need to bring it back into today. Just maximize today as best as I can do that. And if I can maximize every day and couple those days together, it's going to create a better life, you know, moving forward into the future. Where if I'm just so obsessed with the future and not taking care of what's going on right here, right now, you know, I think that's going to be something that's going to help me, you know, grow. And so it is the daily habits of making sure that I'm working out in the morning, make sure that, you know, another real estate agent gave me a Bible, and I, you know, I'm somewhat religious, you know, I'm not over the top, you know, to no offense to anybody that is, you know, it's just that's me. I don't talk about it that much. I don't bring religion into the podcast, but reading that Bible for like 5 minutes. It's Manny.
Yeah.
Manny.
We were just talking about him.
We were talking at the gym one morning, and he was I was down, and he's like, you know, I got something for you, you know. So next time he saw me, he gave me a Bible, and I was like,
that's cool.
And he said, and he just says, like, I flip it open and I just read a couple passages, and so I've been just, you know, doing that every morning, which is kind of cool. Yeah. So, but helping my spirituality, helping my mental game. I think if I focus on those things, I'll win in those other areas of sales volume and units sold and all that stuff. But I think first it's got to start from up here.
It's got to start there.
Yeah.
What's that movie? That Disney movie with all the different emotions in their head.
Oh, Inside Out.
I'm sitting here thinking, I just can't stop picturing little Tim's running around in his head. The anger, the anxiety one.
Anxiety was a hoot. That was Inside Out too.
Yeah, that was
a
great.
good movie.
That was great.
It really makes you think.
I've only seen like half of it because, you know, I keep seeing bits and pieces, but I want to watch it through because it seems hilarious with the new emotions that came in. Like anxiety, I think embarrassment was the other one.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah. Definitely a one to check out for sure. So let's talk about events. What do we want to do this year? What are we doing? One of my goals is to have 4 this year. Okay. So what are some of the things that our people who are listening can look forward to in the coming year? What do you guys want to do?
Yeah. What's up, Dan? What are we doing?
Will we throw that to Dan? That would be a great question for Dan.
I think he's got one. He's got one in the arsenal right now.
I feel like there's an urge for you right now to burst with an event that you want to do. What do you want to do?
I've said many times, I think it would be cool to do a softball tournament for past clients, future clients, at some type of location where we can also do a cookout.
That'd be dope.
grill burgers, hot dogs, and have a softball tournament, as many teams as we can get, and just enjoy the day. It can be co-ed, relaxed, fun event in the warm sun instead of this 17-degree weather.
Oh, I can't wait for the sun. Yeah.
I know.
So that is what I've been saying.
So, ladies and
for
gentlemen that are
years.
watching this on YouTube, or you're seeing it on Facebook or Instagram, give Dan a little bit of love if for his softball tournament, because this has been a conversation now for the past couple of years, and I think we just got to do it.
Yes.
The annual Eric Weber softball tournament.
Sounds like a plan. We only need 2. It can just be a game.
It could be just a game.
What you need it.
You need
18 people?
18 people to play.
You got one extra outfielder,
Yeah.
so 20 people.
There are 20 people. Yeah. That's good. That's right. Slow pitch softball.
Slow pitch softball, relaxed.
Remember from gym class.
Yeah.
How many players on the field?
Just gotta make sure everyone stretches because we don't want any injuries. All the old folks.
That's right. And at that point, you'll get to see how fast I am.
Oh, yeah.
And why I was a sprint coach.
Blazing around the base.
Blazing.
And we can do it every year.
Every year.
All
right. We'll I think we're gonna have to do that.
We're gonna.
I'm gonna say it until we do. So it's gonna happen eventually.
We'll pencil that in.
All right, Adam. How about you, man?
All right.
Something more realistic. I mean, something.
Come on.
I'll just play it. I'm playing.
Come on.
I mean, I think softball's a good idea. I mean, happy hours are always fun. You know, we could do that. But I'm digging the Santa event this year. I think I want to put that together. Something for the families. You know, sometime near Christmas we can get a little Santa, a little cool venue, some hot chocolate bar type of thing.
Yep.
Take some family photos and have a good time.
I think I know the place. I think Hartford Haven Studio would be appropriate for that.
All right.
We just actually dropped the podcast with Kevin Ewing today. Check that out, episode number 55.
Awesome.
Yeah. Man, you know, I do like the breweries, but I do also understand that not everybody drinks brewed beer. But you know, I'm kind of feeling the Krabby Axe or X Golf. I've been falling in love with the X Golf lately, and man, we did a video on that one, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
In fact, this Thursday, they're hosting an event there that the three of us are going to, and I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but you're going.
Is it this Thursday? I thought it's next Thursday.
Oh, you know what? I think you're right. It is next Thursday.
Come on, man.
Thanks, DW. D-man. So that'll be something to look forward to. But that X Golf is really cool. Krabby Axe looks like a lot of fun.
Have you been to the Krabby Axe?
I haven't done that.
I'm going next Monday.
You are?
The 20th, yeah. So I'll let you know how it is.
Is that just a you and Ashley date? Or?
Yeah, me and Ashley are going, so.
Sweet.
Okay.
I'll let you know how it is. It looks like a lot of fun.
That's cool.
So.
Yeah, definitely want to hear about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, good times coming up. What's your current read going on right now? Let's throw it over to Adam since he doesn't read books.
We were talking about this earlier. I mean, it'll be a gold mine. I'll start maybe. You know. I'm not reading anything currently.
Okay.
Podcasts, occasional Joe Rogan experience.
Yeah.
You know, occasional. What you got though? Book recommendations? Anything good?
Oh, I just read a really good one. And I'm actually doing a podcast with the author who is local. His name's Chad Sanchagrin. Okay. Hopefully I didn't butcher the name. But he just wrote a book, and it's escaping me right now. Keep telling yourself, or flash the book up on the screen, Drew. Keep telling it. It's the stories that you tell yourself, you know. And
like the mental battle?
Kind of like the mental battle. I've read it twice. It was that good, like back to back.
Cool.
And rarely do I take notes on books. I had to take them. I took notes, and I was preparing for the podcast too. But it's that darn good. So good, I can't remember the name right off the top of my head. All right, how about you, Dan?
I've been listening to the Sean Ryan show on YouTube.
Oh, what's that?
He's a retired Navy SEAL, CIA security guy, but he posts a lot of episodes with former U.S. Marines, U.S. Navy SEALs, Green Berets, and the stories are super interesting and cool. So I've been going back through all his episodes and watching a ton of old episodes, and he still puts out new episodes. You're just blown away because there's people out there that are actually protecting us every day.
Yeah.
And we just take the smallest things for granted and get upset over the littlest things, and you realize, like, there's people that are just going through it every single day to protect us, and they don't even want us to say thank you, So
Right.
that's cool. I've been listening to that. I haven't been reading much lately,
That's okay.
but yeah, I'll have to read the book you were recommending because
it's really good.
I definitely struggle with the mental battle too. So
Yeah, I think we all do. I really
I
do.
think everyone does, even if you admit it or don't admit it. You
Right.
constantly battling in your head.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think that the more genuine and authentic you can be about saying that you're not perfect, I think on social media you start comparing yourself to people who feel like they have it all together, and you think, man, if I could just have that life or whatever, and it's like
That's all fake.
it's all fake.
Social media is all fake.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So yeah. So last question. Did I start with you before?
I'll go first.
Oh, ooh.
Volunteer.
Look at that, man. Stepping up, brother. What do you love most about real estate?
The satisfaction when you, like I said earlier,
Yeah.
I feel like especially for first-time home buyers, they don't realize at the settlement table they're about to get the keys and they're about to drive to their house, their first house. When they get the keys and they're like, that's it, like now I own this home, and that's when their journey starts. And they're setting themselves up to build their families and accomplish their dreams and their goals, and that's a house that they're going to make memories in for the rest of their life, and you just help them through the whole entire process. That is a satisfying feeling for me because you're helping people go through their life and experience things that they've always wanted. So
Yeah.
that is definitely my favorite part. And I also I like showing houses. I like going out and seeing different parts of the community, the different parts of the county, Baltimore County, Cecil County. And like Adam, the house you had that was in the 1800s, like seeing houses like that is
It's unique. Yeah, you'll never see
It's
it.
a step back in time, Yeah.
you just never know what you're going to run into. So
Yeah.
I enjoy that too. But yeah, definitely that satisfaction of helping people
Yeah.
accomplish their goals and dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. How about you?
I mean, kind of the same. I think, this industry is cool for that reason. Working with, repeat clients is always great. Investors is one thing because they're kind of more savvy. Like they already know what they're doing to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
But when you work with those first-time buyers, they appreciate the process so much.
Right.
And like you said, you give the value. And even if you're not making as much money, it's like it doesn't matter. Like that's way more satisfying because you can reconnect with old friends. That's happened to me multiple times. Probably 4 or 5 deals last year were just old high school friends I haven't talked to in years.
Yeah.
And it gives you the chance to reconnect with them, which is amazing. Those are my favorite sales of last year.
Yeah.
So helping them out, providing the value, they appreciate it so much. It's a good feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just the lifestyle that this business can enable. 9 to 5s, you're not able to do a lot of stuff. You have to be at work. You're dedicated to that. But the flexibility that this allows is great.
Sure.
I can drop my kid off at school. I can pick him up. I can move my schedule around on the weekends to be with him.
Yeah. If Jackson decides to play sports.
Yeah.
You'll be able to
every game.
You'll be there every game. Because it's so important in this industry that you put yourself and your family on the calendar first.
Yeah.
And block that time and schedule it as if it's an appointment because you'll honor the appointment. So I think sometimes we don't people don't do that, and it's tough to balance. But
absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's a cool industry.
I love what I do. I love teaching at Bel Air for the amount of time that I did for 16 years. I love the kids and everything, but when I was able to get that same intrinsic feeling that Dan talks about through real estate while making a little bit more money, while not getting into that spring season where the teachers are going up to the Board of Education and the Board of Education's pointing their finger at the county council and the county council pointing at, it's just that whole political thing. I don't miss that at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that's good, man.
Yeah, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving you guys. I want to acknowledge both of you. You had, like I said before, you had great years. You had your best years yet last year. This year is going to be even better. I think as we move into the spring, a lot of things are going to be popping off. The phones started to ring right around New Year's, so people are already thinking about that. But you guys, you both take so much care of your buyers and sellers. You're just so diligent in making sure that they know what they do. You have a support system of transaction coordinator. You have the support of me, and even though you guys don't need a whole bunch of it, but it's just it's a great team connection that we have here, and including Tim Senior, who's certainly not at the table right now. He's probably on an island somewhere,
probably in his RV somewhere.
Probably in his RV somewhere. But I really thoroughly enjoy working with you guys, and I do consider you close friends and even family, and I couldn't imagine doing this business without you. So thank you for everything that you do. And if you want to reach out to Adam or Dan, it's simple. It's Daniel@themarklandadvantage.com or Adam@themarklandadvantage.com, or you can just go to our website, themarklandadvantage.com, and connect with us there. We're on social media, on Facebook and Instagram at The Markland Advantage, and YouTube as well. And we're trying to grow that YouTube channel. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers. We're at like 929 today. So trying to grow that with the help of Drew behind the camera. And he's putting out a lot of great stuff too. So lots of great things to look forward to in the new year. Please, share this out, like it, subscribe, follow us. If you know of anybody that's looking to buy or sell this year or in the near future, please feel free to reach out to any one of us, and we can definitely look out for those people and make a difference in the lives of others. So, congrats, guys.
Thanks, Tim.
That's episode 56, and until next time, live your life to the fullest, and we'll see you soon. Take care.